Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arabiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Moving Closer Towards the End. So in this video, we're in society now. There's been a lot of talk about nuclear war. And, that's never been until now because we are towards the end of this civilization. And when I'm talking about Esau, it's the end of his kingdom. So the talk of nuclear war is being talked about more and more. And I was looking at this quick thing that they had, Donald Trump, where he was talking about, total destruction of nuclear war. And all these other countries that were once afraid of America, or aka Babylon, is puffing their chests up. Before I go any further, I want to say that this video is only for teaching purposes. I'm not getting anything from this. This is just to prove some facts. And I'm talking about the scriptures. I'm filtering it through the scriptures. So this video is just for teaching purposes only. Anyway, getting back to the point. Esau's kingdom is coming to an end. And blind eyes can look at that and see that that's what's going on now. So I want to play this video, but before I do, I want to read a few scriptures. These countries that were once afraid of America, that once did business with America, are now against America, or should I say Babylon. So let's check this out. Let's go to Obadiah. I'm going to start at verse 5. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 5. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how are they cut off? Would they have stolen until they had enough? If grape grabbers came to thee, would they have left some grapes? Now they're talking about Esau here because everything he does for himself. And he does it in excess. He does it, he does it in greed, excess and greed, So this is what they're telling you, that this man will go in and just steal everything. Right now we got an issue in Venezuela and everyone knows what's going on. But it's again that shows his character that rape, rob, and steal, and kill. Verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? Verse 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Thy that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there was no understanding in him. So the men that they were at peace with, the men that they were at business with, the men that they had got rich are now threatening nuclear war. That's what this is talking about, So anyway, I'm gonna stop right there. I want to play this video. Check this out. This is gonna further what I'm talking about.
And this wouldn't be a war like World War I, World War II. This would be obliteration. This would be the worst thing there's never been. This would be obliteration.
What comes next? Because it could be World War III.
Major warnings coming out in the past 24 hours. Let's take a look. Former President Donald Trump warns World War III is imminent, and we will have obliteration if this takes place. Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself as he says World War III, and the talk of nuclear, he said, was never used before, but now it's being warned of and used left and right now. Now, take a look at the headlines coming out. We had heard these warnings before, as Elon Musk had warned World War III could arise from the current conflicts. We'll take a look in the past 24 hours. North Korea's Kim warns of nuclear attack when enemy provokes it with nukes. North Korea said that it has tested its new ICBMs on Monday to gauge the war readiness of its nuclear force against mounting U.S. hostilities. So this is specifically against the United States, drawing condemnation for the United States and its allies. In addition to that, Vladimir Putin allies issues an ominous World War III warning, this coming out this month as well. And we also heard a former CIA analyst say that Putin...
War III, and this wouldn't be a war.
Wow. So a lot of the reason that all of these countries are banding together is because of America's, policies. And America's contracts that they set, they break them every time. And the scriptures talk about it. Let's go to that. Let's go to Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's what you're seeing right now, is that these other countries are going to take this country out eventually, leading with Russia. You know, they're tired of the America's, changing the game in the fourth quarter and their unrighteous dealings. They make a deal with them and then change it, and they do things either in tariffs, economically, or they'll do things violently. The scriptures talk about it. Let's get that. Let's go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. They covet fields, and they take them by violence. Houses, they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage. So this is what they've done to the Israelites, in their society, a so-called black man, which he's not black. We're not black. But they've stolen everything from them, and they pose as them, in their land. Shall I say our land? So this is the man. Everywhere he goes is death and mayhem. The Bible talks about it. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not. Now who's the thief? Who is this talking about? This is talking about Esau. Because everything that he has, everything that's his, everything that represents him has been by the blood of someone or someone else, or something he stole. It says, the thief cometh not but to kill and to steal. Salakia, let me read that again. John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So the thief is Esau. You look back through his history, when you go through his story, you see that, everything he got by stealing. In this skit I just showed you, it talked about nuclear war, and the Bible talks about that. About this is going to be a bad time coming. Let's get that. Nuclear war is going to happen, and they're going to take this country out of power. This country is going to be destroyed. Israel is going to be built back up, but it's going to be destroyed and built back up. But America is going to be in ashes. Let's get that. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night, where the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, that great explosion of them bombs, and the elements shall melt in fervent heat. And the earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things should be dissolved, what matter of persons ye ought to be, but in holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, where the heavens should be on fire and should be dissolved, and the elements should melt in fervent heat. So this is going to be, man, you picture that day, that's going to be a terrible day, especially for this place. And it's going to happen, it's going to happen. This man, Esau, is a prideful man. And in his mind, everything he does, the Lord's with him, But the Lord's going to correct him and destroy him and take him out of power. Let's get that. Psalms chapter 50, verse 21. It says, the things that thou hast done, and I kept silent. Thou thought that thou was altogether such as one with thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thy eyes. So the Lord's saying that you thought that I was with you, but the Lord said, I'm going to correct you. And I'm going to put everything the way it's supposed to be right before you. So that's what this scripture is talking about, that Esau is not going to get away with anything. His kingdom is going to be destroyed, and he's going into slavery. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.